What would it look like if the Pac-12 used a Double Elimination Tournament to select their 2026 conference champion? If you haven't seen the first two videos in the series, we will be playing through a Double Elimination Tournament using all 8 teams of the new Pac-12 conference. We will be using Sports Illustrated's 2026 projected Pac-12 standings to seed this tournament. Today's matchup will feature the Fresno State Bulldogs, who are coming off of a 9-4 season in the Mountain West Conference in 2025. And they'll be hosting the Oregon State Beavers, who are coming off of a 2-10 season in 2025. We're in store for a good one today, as this will be a rematch of the 2025 matchup in which Fresno State won 36-27. But that'll do it up here. We're going to send this one down to the field where Oregon State will receive the ball to start the first half, and Fresno State is getting ready to kick it off. Lynch lines up to kick this one off for Fresno State, and we are underway. We won't see a return on this one as he takes a knee in the end zone. That'll bring the Oregon State offense out to the 25-yard line for the first possession, and they are led by quarterback Malik Murphy. Murphy transferred to Oregon State in 2025 after stops at Texas and Duke, and he will be looking to get his offense right after their disappointing 2025 season. They follow up those 2 first down catches here with a run for Hankerson, who takes this one up the middle for 10 yards. We're going to be seeing a lot of him today, as he was Oregon State's lead rusher in 2025, finishing off the season with 1,086 yards. And he's going to make our safety miss here as he dances down to the 12-yard line with a huge run. And Hankerson doesn't wait long to follow that one up, as he bounces this handoff to the outside and will walk it in for the first touchdown of the game after that 12-yard run. And after the extra point, Oregon State will take an early 7-0 lead over Fresno State as they get set to kick this one off. And now we'll get to see Fresno State's offense as they are led out to the field by quarterback E.J. Warner, who threw for 2,030 yards in 25, as well as running back duo Bryson Donaldson and Rayshawn Luke, who ran for a combined 1,300 yards last season. We're going to force this one out to our running back on first down, but luckily it just falls incomplete. Oregon State's defense had just about everyone covered up on that one. On our first third down of the game, we're going to find our tight end Anderson here. Got enough first down to get us down to about the 38-yard line. Line it up to take a shot here. This one's going to be intercepted as I was focused way too much on the middle field safety rotating down, not the other defenders rotating back. Tough catch by the wide receiver here. The defender was in position to break it up, but that'll get him down to the 5-yard line. We get a solid hit on Donaldson here on second down after the one on Murphy on the last play. But on third down, they'll pass it, and our secondary sets up way too far back in the end zone. That'll be an easy pitch and catch for 6 points. And after the PAT, Oregon State will take a 14-0 lead with about 1:30 to go in the first. That'll be a solid pickup after that catch by Freeman. Get us down to about the 45-yard line. We'll follow that with a nifty little run here to about midfield. We'll have time to line it up for one more play here, and it'll be a handoff to the right. He's going to bounce it to the outside and find his way through a couple of defenders to pick up the first down. That's going to do it for our first quarter, and at the end of one, we have Oregon State 14, Fresno State 0. Fresno State's offense is back on the field to start the second quarter, and Warner gets one out for a 10-yard pickup. They'll hurry back to the line here on first down, and this one's going to be a toss out to the running back, who will take this one around the left side, cut it back, and get down to about the 22-yard line. Just outside the red zone, our center's going to give up some pressure on a nasty spin move. We're going to get this ball out, but it's going to fall incomplete. They're bringing pressure again on second down. So we're going to dump this one off to our running back on the screen. It takes it to about the 15-yard line before he's tackled. That will give us a 3rd and 3. Throw it out to our wide receiver on the slant, and it's dropped. So we're going to go for it here on 4th down. So we go to the outside, and that will give us a 1st and 10. Oregon State will bring pressure again on this one. We throw it out to Anderson, but he can't haul this one in. And they'll bring up 3rd and 9. And on 4th and 3 here, we'll have to bring out the kicking unit. But after this field goal, it'll be 14-3 Oregon State. Murphy will bring him back out of the field. Oregon State will take over here on offense. Murphy will work the middle of the field here. And he'll find his tight end for a big pickup, and then I'll take him down to the 42-yard line. Murphy gets this one out to Clemens quick on the wide receiver screen. He's got defenders on skates as he falls forward for a pickup of 6. Let's go. Thunderbird from the all-name team brings pressure here, and he makes it back to the quarterback for the sack. That'll bring up 4th and 11. The Beavers will have to punt this one away. Fresno State takes over again on offense. And this first play will be a throw out to Anderson here. He picks up a nice gain of 7 yards. We're going to need to feel a sense of urgency here as we're down 11 with just under 3 minutes to go in this first half. We're going to force this one to the receiver on the route combo that's thrown too late. And that's going to be an interception for Oregon State, and they'll take over again. 2 minutes left from their own 40. Murphy will scramble around in the pocket before throwing this one over the middle of the receiver. The defender was there to break it up, and this one falls complete. Another missed tackle. They'll scoot around the edge, and that'll be a first down for Oregon State. We just cannot get this guy on the ground. And Hankerson will take this one down to the 8-yard line. That'll be a first down. Oregon State will call a timeout with about a minute to go in this quarter. And they're going to hand it off to Hankerson again. He's going to walk it in completely untouched. He had 3 defenders around him, but no one had a chance to make the tackle. And that touchdown run will give Oregon State an even greater lead before the half. And this one's starting to get out of hand in Fresno. And we just cannot get out of our own way as our lineman blocks this pass on jailbreak screen. That won't fall incomplete and bring up 2nd and 10. The protection's solid here as we take a shot to Brown at about midfield, and he hauls this one in between 2 defenders. We're going to take a shot here, and Mala'ulu gets behind the defense. Warner delivers the ball, and that is going to be a touchdown for Fresno State. Warner recognized the man coverage from the defense and delivered a beautiful ball to Jordan Mala'ulu for the 50-yard touchdown catch. And that'll cut into Oregon State's lead here just before the half. Oregon State will hand off to Hankerson here again. He gets stopped for a couple yards, and they'll call the quick timeout to stop the clock. They dump this one off to Hankerson again, and our tackling was continue as he fights forward for the first down. Murphy gets this one out to the left side on a curl route, and it'll pick up 15 yards. It looks like there's a flag on the play. It might be on the defense. And it is on the defense. Fresno State just can't keep from shooting themselves in the foot. Well, this one's not going to matter too much because the pass went for 15 yards. This will take them down to their 3rd and 9. After that penalty, the defense brings some pressure here. They keep Murphy in the pocket and force him to throw away. They don't get a sack there. It is incompletion. That is a sack. Corey Foreman manages to spin around the left tackle to get into the backfield to find the quarterback. And that sack will bring up 4th and 17. It looks like Oregon State's just got to be okay taking this one into the half. And that'll do it for the first half of play as Oregon State takes this one into the locker room with a 21-10 lead over Fresno State. And we are back from halftime, and Oregon State is set to kick this one off. Fresno State will receive, and here we see the fair catch. We'll start at the 25, but we see a handoff to the outside, and this one will go for 7 yards to start the half. And on 2nd down, Warner steps back to pass on the flash fake, and does not see the pressure as 2 defenders come around the edge for the sack. That will bring up 3rd and 14, and Warner will step back again, and more pressure in his face causes an incompletion, so he just dumps this one off the middle. Fresno State will kick this one away. Oh no. Another poorly timed diving tackle attempt would knock my coverage team teammate out of the way and set up a return for another 10-yard gain. It'll get him down to the 29-yard line. But that first play will end up being an attack for loss as Murphy is hit in the backfield for a 4-yard loss. Murphy makes up for it quickly as he takes a shot to the end zone and finds his receiver for a touchdown. With that touchdown, Oregon State extends their lead in this one to 18 points with 8 minutes left in the third quarter. And they'll get set to kick this one back off. You can tell the pass pressure is getting smooth. I drop way out on this one to avoid a pass rush, but no one's open. I just get rid of this one over the middle. And on second down, we drop it off to the running back for a screen. And he has got a huge pack in front of him when he gets down to the 39-yard line. We're going to get the ball out to the running back here on a sprint out right, and he'll weave through some traffic to pick up the first down and get down to the 50-yard line. Immediately after that, he will take the handoff for another gain of 6 yards off tackle to the left. And after an incompletion, we'll pass it again to our man Anderson, who picks up the third down with pressure in the quarterback's face. But he managed to pull down a good catch off a difficult high kind of sail ball. But the pass rush remains an issue as they get the sack on first down and another one on second. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 22. And that will just be too much for this offense as I force this one to the outside defender on a hook, thinking he would be crossing the field. Now we'll intercept them down to the 45-yard line for Oregon State. And Oregon State will take over on offense, and they get the ball out to who else but Hankerson, who carries some defenders just short of the first down. But on 2nd and inches, he's going to take this handoff and be off to the races as there's nothing but green grass in front of him, and a defender in sight. And that will be yet another Oregon State touchdown. Rayshawn Luke calls for the fair catch as Fresno State's offense will take the field once again, now looking at a 25-point deficit. You can tell Warner feels a sense of urgency as he hurries the team to the line after 6 completions in a row, and he will take a shot here to Freeman down to the 5-yard line, and that will set the Bulldogs up for 1st and goal. And Warner will keep this one as he takes it off the right side for the touchdown. And this one's not over yet. Fresno State will still be down 18 points with just over 10 minutes to play. And we've got one more quarter to play as Oregon State goes into the break with the ball and an 18-point lead over the Fresno State Bulldogs. We are one quarter away as Oregon State will bring their offense back onto the field. And then get this one going with another handoff to Hankerson, who is carrying defenders again. And this will go for a pickup of 7 yards. And on 2nd and 3, they get this one out to Taz Reddix, and they are making this one easy, as he's got a ton of open space, and he is making defenders fall off to the left and right. And there's going to be another broken tackle as Walker slips the defender and carries this one down to the 4-yard line. And they'll pick up 20 yak yards on the way. The defense rallies the ball. They'll force the 3rd and goal. It is not going to be enough, as Malik Murphy's going to take the speed option out to the right, pitch it to Hankerson for yet another rushing touchdown on the day. He has been close to unstoppable on the ground today, as Oregon State extends the lead to 42-17 with 7 minutes to go in this game. Those 2 incompletions bring up 3rd and 10 here. We're going to sail this one to Jordan Mala'alu, and he will bring this one in with pressure on his face, and that will give it a little bit more life here as we get a 1st down. Werner hurries the offense to the line and get ready for the snap. We get another quick pass out to Jordan off play action. He'll reel this one in and they give us a 1st down. Jordan's quickly becoming our go-to receiver here in this 2-minute offense. This newfound chemistry may be a little too late. We're going to get this one out to Anderson again, our tight end. He'll carry this one down to the 9-yard line. We'll get set up in the red zone. Werner will tuck this one and run it himself for the goal line. Just get out of the way! If we had gotten a block there, it might have gone for 6, but instead we're going to line it up in 3rd and goal, and we are stuffed. If we're going to have any chance to get back in this one, we're going to have to go for it here on 4th. Fresno State lines it up in the goal line set, and they will pitch it out to the running back who takes it right, and he is in. Touchdown, Fresno State. There's still a lot of work to do as we are down 3 scores with just 3 minutes to go in this one, but we had to have that score here to keep this one going. We're down to the last few minutes of this one, so we're going to have to attempt an onside kick. Our kicker will line it up, send it away, and it goes straight to one of the outmen for Oregon State. And they'll take over on offense with 3 minutes and 4 seconds to go. Murphy motions the running back out of the backfield, but they're going to run out of time. This will be a delay of game, and they'll push him back 5 yards. Murphy tosses one out to Walker on another screen, and another missed tackle, and he'll carry this one down and set up a 3rd and 5. The defender's there to break this one up, but Oregon State will send out the kicker on a 4th and 5, and he is going to nail this 50-yard kick, and that'll give Beavers a 21-point lead as we go into the last 2 minutes of this one. The wind is entirely left the sails for Fresno State here, so his third pass falls incomplete. And on fourth down, we're going to go for it. And Warner doesn't see anyone open, so he's going to tuck this one and run it himself. He'll be tackled short of the line of game. That will give Oregon State the ball with a 21-point lead and a minute 50 to go in this one. 30 seconds away, and Oregon State will hand this one off to Henderson for one more carry, and he'll make this man miss before he is ultimately cut down at the 1 yard line. But it's not going to matter, as Oregon State will kneel this one out, and they will be headed home with a win. And with it, they will be headed to the next round of this tournament, where they will face the winner of the San Diego State and Utah State game. With the loss today, Fresno State will fall to the losers bracket, where they will face the runner-up. That's going to do it for this one. Our final score today, Oregon State 45, Fresno State 24.